And in Portland, Oregon, Jacob Blake's shooting has added fuel to the nightly protests that began almost 3 months ago in response to the killing of George Floyd. Jonathan Levinson is a reporter for Oregon Public Broadcasting. He joins us from Portland. Jonathan, thanks for being with us. You heard Gina Barton talk about the dynamic in Milwaukee, how uh, the protests begin peaceful, but then as the night goes on, there are these clashes and vandalism. You've been on the streets for these last 3 months in Portland. Help us understand the dynamic there?
Yeah, there was times over the past 90 days now where we've seen a similar dynamic where early in the day or early evening there's speeches and it's a little more tame crowd, and then later in the evening it gets a little more confrontational. And I don't know if it's a different group that shows up to join in the fray. I think um, there is an intention behind some of these groups. They want to draw the police out. They want to highlight just the violence of policing, and so they'll do things like throw water bottles or eggs or balloons full of paint. Certainly, annoying. And the police respond with bull rushes and batons and impact munitions and tear gas, and just really violence. And uh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why don't you finish your thought? Actually, I'll pick it up, Jonathan. I mean, given that this has been going on for 3 months now, does it seem to you that the city leaders, the mayor, Ted Wheeler, who spoke to one of your colleagues, has any sense of how to get this under control, how to balance protecting First Amendment rather, rights of peaceful protest and preventing the violence and vandalism and destruction?
It certainly doesn't seem like it. Early on, the city council and the mayor pulled some money from the police bureau and reinvested in the community. That didn't work, and since then we haven't seen a lot from political leaders. It's been sort of on the police every night to manage these crowds. And if you talk to the police, they say, "Look, there's only so much we can do. There's only so many tactics we have. At some point, we need policy leaders to step in and lead through policy, and they're not doing that."
There was an argument when the federal agents came in that if they left, everything would calm down. The governor said that, the state attorney general said that. They did pull back, things did calm down for a little while, but now things have picked up again. How do you explain that?
I don't know if anyone really ever bought into that narrative except for the mayor and the governor and them. Um, the protests had been going on for I think it was like 30 or 40 days when the federal law enforcement showed up, and as soon as they left, the protesters just returned their focus to local law enforcement, which it had been from the beginning. So I don't think there was ever any expectation from most people that suddenly the protests would just peter out.
Jonathan Levinson of Oregon Public Broadcasting, thanks so much.
Thank you.